at working in my kitchen. Sometimes I just need to be in a different environment to, I don't know, maybe have a different perspectives on my notes. So today is March 19th, which means that we are exactly 4 weeks away from ATypI, which is starting on the 16th of April. So I've got exactly 4 weeks to finish preparing. I actually need to submit the slides. Let me have a look. On the 5th. So on the 5th of April, I need to submit the slides for my talk. So I'll need to make sure this is finished before then. But so far, I'm pretty happy with what I've got. When I did my proposal back in November last year, I already had a pretty good idea of what I wanted to talk about. I discussed it with Dominic. Now it's just a matter of adding flesh to it. I have my introduction and I have divided my talk into 7 parts, then the conclusion. So essentially all I need to do is kind of fill in the 7 parts and just concretize what I'm going to talk about and give context and give examples. With each of those examples, I want to try and include as many photos as possible on the slides. So let's try and do that today. I'm going to show you what I've got so far. I like to work with Notion, and this is where I have all of my stuff. So this is my homepage, which I share with Celine. I've got all of the WIP here, so all of the work in progress. So this is our task, my ideas and the projects I'm working on. This is just information that I need to quickly access. This is everything content related, so anything that I post on social media, any video I plan for YouTube. And here I've got my notes. So this is the notes for different courses, different events that I've been attending or been invited to speak at. So like the Typism Skills Summit. It also includes my Domestika course. Here I've got all of my courses, so this is the outline for all of my online courses. I've got my communities, so where I answer questions from my students in the community. Here I've got some quick links if I need to, and just some updates that I've done on my website. So ATypI is under notes, and I've got a little page here for ATypI, and when you click on that, you've got all of the information. This is the proposal that I made. I also have my talk right there, some goals of mine, and just some committee stuff. So what I want to show you is my proposal. The proposal that I did was submitted, like I said, back in October. Yeah, so that's right. That was in October last year, so October 2023. They approved my proposal, which was so exciting. I was so stoked. And this is when I got the email. So I got the email on January 8th. So this was the title of my talk, Rescuing My Career Through Lettering, a Journey of Self-Discovery and Creative Transformation. So if you guys are interested and want to check out this proposal, it's actually online. You can read through it. I will make sure to give you the link. But essentially, it's just explaining what I intend to discuss within my talk. I really want to talk about my career as a lettering artist and how I managed to go from a job that I disliked to a job that I am so passionate about today. I'll show you my rough draft for my talk. I've got 7 parts, which is learn to say no, share your work, find your style, never stop exploring, get paid for everything you do, provide value to your audience, and then commit so you cannot fail. This is what I've got so far. So I still have a month to keep working on that, but I don't know, maybe some things are going to change, but so far I'm quite pleased with this overall layout for the talk. Also, I wanted to kind of share a little bit of a tip with you guys. Starting a project like this might feel very scary because there's so many things. It's such a big project, and even for myself, like when I have to write down in my to-do list, okay, you have to write your talk. I find that so extremely difficult and scary and daunting. So that's why I like to break down a big project like that into smaller tasks. So the first thing I did was actually research a TED Talk. What is it about? How to make a great TED Talk? So that was my first action action step, if you want to call it like that, where I pretty much just researched what it was about and just find some inspiration. So that was the first thing. Then I needed to ask Dominique about her opinion on my topic. So that was another task in itself, which made the whole process like a lot more accessible. I was like, okay, I just need to figure out, does she think my concept is good, or does she think I should change it? It's always good to have someone else's opinion as well. Then I needed to buy the ticket to the conference, which obviously was free for me because I am a speaker, but I still needed to get my ticket, so that's done. I wanted to create the slides in InDesign, so just the right format, the right size, which is what I've done. Choose font, format, and color. I'm pretty much done with that. I can already tick that, but I know I might change my mind again, so that's why I haven't ticked it. But then write the talk script, which I've already started as well, gather the photos, practice my talk, email the slides by April 5th. And this is just additional extra that I think I want to do. So this week I have a live Q&A. I also want to create a reel where I introduce you guys to the conference, what it's about, and kind of show Brisbane as well. And then I need to kind of remind you guys in my newsletter that it's your last chance to use the discount and get the ticket for a discounted price. This is exactly what I've got so far. And yeah, I thought it would be quite interesting for you to see that. I think I'll try and keep you guys updated as much as possible on my progress and really try and share as much helpful information as possible, so that if you ever have a big project like that, you can see how I tackle it and how I make it less scary. I wanted to show you as well. Yes, so we've got exactly 1 month until the conference, which is very scary, very exciting at the same time. And this is me right there. You can see here it says keynote speaker, which is unbelievable. I still cannot believe it myself. But no, it's super exciting and I really cannot wait to meet so many of you at the conference. It's a public holiday. I'm not supposed to be working, but I'm going to start working on the slides for the conference because, let's be honest, I haven't started and they're due in 4 days. I have, however, started thinking about it, so I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to do, and this really helps in my process. I always do that. I try to visualize what I'm going to make before I actually make it, and that goes for anything. So that should be okay because I already have an idea. I also know I'm going to be using lots of images rather than text, so that should be easy. So yeah, let's get started. It's Tuesday morning. Let's get this thing done. I'm going to get coffee first. This cup is literally so cute. I've had it for so long. Cheers! I'm going to explain what I'm doing here. I have created this slide with all of the book covers that I've created for the Lettering Style Challenge. And basically what I want to show is that by sharing the work that you want to be doing, you actually get commission for it. So here I'm going to show all of the book covers. Then I'm going to show where I posted it on all of my social media platforms. And then I'm going to show all of the emails that I received after posting that. So just to prove my point, to show that when you share the work that you enjoy doing, you actually get commission for it. So this is what I'm doing here. I just wanted to explain because I think it looks really cool. I'm super proud of those covers, as you can tell. I'm literally so tired. I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning for a live with design cuts. It went pretty well, but I'm exhausted. But I need to finish up the slides. I have started working on making sure the slides go really well with my talk, so that when I'm talking and I'm flipping through the slides, it actually makes sense and it actually goes with what I'm saying. So this is where I'm at. I'm almost done and getting quite excited. For some reason, I am really passionate about what I'm going to talk about. I'm really passionate about this talk. So this is where it's starting to take shape and I'm starting to feel excited, which is a good sign. It's good. So let's keep going. Okay, let's review the slides one more time together before I submit them. I have spent way too much time looking at these, but I think I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. I wanted something very simple, very, very black. These are the slides. Not much text, mostly just like the main quotes that I'm gonna be telling. Just the most important quotes, I guess. And just a couple of images to illustrate my point. But this is what it's looking like. So I decided to go with a black background so that it would really contrast with any artwork that I'm presenting. So every artwork I'm showing is actually going to stand out more because it's like contrasting a lot with the black. I'm really happy with these last two slides. They're probably my favorite. So my main point is that in order to get hired to do things that you love, jobs that you enjoy doing, you have to actually make it first. So you have to actually make work that you enjoy before you can get hired for it. So this is kind of like the proof. This is all of the work that I have done over the years, and this is all personal work. And then posting that online allowed me to get this type of work. And obviously, this is very different to the type of design work I used to do when I just started, which I am showing here. So here it wasn't bad or anything, but it wasn't really my style. Like I was always trying to fit the client brief, and it was always work that I didn't really particularly enjoy. Whereas here you can see this is the work I've created, and this is the work I've been hired to do. And there's such a big difference here. Like you can tell that people have seen what I've done, and they're like, "Oh my God, I love what you're doing. Can we get that as well?" And then you have a little slide to promote my lettering launch for anyone who wants to stay in touch. And that's it. All right, let's go ahead and submit that so I can move on to the next thing now. Happy Monday, guys. We're on our way to Brisbane. I can't really look at you guys because I'm driving, but we're heading to Brisbane for some content. So we're going to film content to promote ATypI, which is officially next week. So it's officially starting next Tuesday. So today is Monday and next Tuesday is when the conference is starting. We're just going to be filming some content for real. We are heading first for coffee. So very important. Before we go filming any type of content, it's very important that you get coffee in. We're heading to a cafe, which we tried to go to when we were in Melbourne. So it's called Lune, which means moon in French. We tried to go last time we were in Melbourne with Celine, and literally there was like 500 people lining up for the coffee. And then we realized, wait a minute, there's one in Brisbane as well. It's not that popular, it's not that busy, but it's just as good. We're gonna give it a go this time. Then we'll head to South Bank. We'll go to Liveworm. So Liveworm is the design studio that actually designed all of the graphics for ATypI. So it's the Griffith University Design Studio. So it was all designed by students. So we're gonna head there today, film the venue. We're gonna film where the Typism poster show is gonna happen, where the workshops are going to happen. This is where I'm taking you guys today. Welcome to Brisbane.
Use the right lane to take the Turbot Street exit.
Do you like driving in Brisbane City?
I love it. We're almost there. We will be there in 3 minutes. 3 minutes away from coffee. We're almost there. got the QCA entrance and live worm. I'm gonna check and see if David is here. I haven't sent him a message, so. Okay, I have a key. Just like we could pretend as well, like just flick through the graphic. Yeah, that would be perfect.
Let's get you to open up the ATypI server.
Yep.
So if I can get you to open up the server, did you have access to it? Did you have access?
We're gonna film some content. The hard drive is not cooperating. David? Dominic? Perfect. It's awesome. Thank you. Okay. Pretend you're on the computer. There she is. Everyone's gonna be on the video. Oh, that's me. Look at that. Trying to film some content. The best of the best. So they're installing the poster for the 10 years of typism books. They have selected the best entries from over 10 years. They're all black and white because the entries you put in the book, they're all black and white. That's pretty much the only restriction. It can be any sort of lettering, any sort of hand-drawn type, whatever you want to do, as long as it's black and white. And yeah, who's selected the artworks? You. Dominic's the one who's curated. Did I step on it? No, they printed really well as well. Like I thought it would be. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's awesome.
And then these double-sided, so.
Yes. I like how we recognize people via their work.
That's Kate Hursthouse, so she's the New Zealander.
Yeah,
so
Kate.
She spoke
Yep.
at,
yeah, recognize the style as well. So do they all know they're going to be in the...
Yeah. That's Colin Tierney.
Yeah, they all had to approve, I remember.
Yeah, they all sent me artwork, they all approved,
Yep.
they all sent me a song.
Oh, yes.
So we're gonna
What's
have
my
to
song?
certify.
Oh, yeah. Murder on the Dance Floor.
It gets in my head. Yours and Zane's, because I was putting them in and playing them, and then I've been singing yours and Zane's like for
What did
weeks
you
now.
pick?
He did that, oh, it's got off my mind now.
Is it a TikTok famous?
No, it's like a classic disco.
Okay.
Music sounds better with you.
Oh,
Music
yes.
sounds better
with
you.
Oh, I see. No, I think you need something on this wall because people arrive from here and you'll need to see. Yeah. So we'll put 2, 3, and really alternate, and then 4 on the other side. Yeah. No. The Danley, because there's like a lot of text, and those are quite small. And this one will go here. This one is my artwork. I love it in full scale. I was worried it was going to be pixelated, but literally 0 pixels. Procreate 3000 pixels canvas on Procreate at 300 dpi. Perfect.
So your answer to can you print from Procreate is
Yes, you can print from Procreate. She's doing a really good job. No, that's all good, thanks. Thank you. Being a real tourist in Brisbane, I think we have to please wait here. Hello. Let's go. Thank you.
Oh
my God.
Being illuminated by over 7 William Jolly Bridge in the 1930s and opened during the worst years.
It's very nice, except for the smell. And the Brisbane River is a little bit dark at the moment because it's been raining a lot, but apart from that, it's beautiful. We've got a beautiful day. Oh, that's Perfect Guinea. So busy. A is for orange. This is where the after party is going to be. I just arrived in Brisbane for the first workshop and I just arrived at QCA. I think the posters had to come down. They used to be hung from the ceiling, but that probably didn't hold, so they're down now.
Probably good. Okay.
That's Libby's workshop room. Oh, I wish I could do this class.
That over the top.
Stitches and this is the point. It's not about completion. It's about how stunning is this view? That's the view we have for the meet and greet. This is what was in the bag. So we've got a t-shirt, the bag, the little booklets with all of the info. This is my name tag. This is the invite for the movie on Friday night. And we've got some stickers. And of course we've got a typism book. Needless to say, I already had this one. I've got quite a few copies of typism books as doubled up. So maybe what I can do is do like a giveaway or something. Let me know what you guys think. Day 2 of ATypI. Dominique is at 4 p.m. It's 3:30. I don't want to miss her talk. And tonight is the Typism poster exhibition to celebrate 10 years of Typism, so it's going to be awesome.
She started out with the products model. Aurelie Maron, who you'll see talk on Saturday, is the creator of 8 masterclasses, 3 signature courses, and a wide range of fonts, digital journals, and custom Procreate brushes.
In front of your artwork.
I did that. It's like about 8 years old. When she plucked that one out, I was like, oh, okay.
There were 10 speakers, and we came for Seb Lester, and Seb Lester spoke, and I looked down the sort of rows of my chairs, and I was looking at all my friends, and we were looking at each other, and we're like, we're here for Seb, right? Yep. And then we said, do we want to stay for the copyright lawyer who's going to talk after Seb? And we all went, no. And we went out to South Bank, and we had lunch together. And then the thought occurred to me, and I said, if we came all this way and paid all this money for one session with Seb Lester, imagine if there was a day of Seb Lesters.
Starting the day with some cookies, freshly baked. Thank you, my love. This is what I'm gonna be wearing. This skirt and this top and these shoes. This is what it looks like. Nice and simple. So I'm also gonna be taking this. I don't trust anything else to hold my iPad. I don't trust anything they're gonna have there because I'm gonna read my notes from my iPad. I'm going to use that, like you normally plug it and it actually can charge your phone here, but I'm just gonna take it like that and I'll have my notes and I can swipe up. I'm actually gonna show you, give me one sec. All right, it's kind of like a magnet, and once it's there, it's pretty sturdy. It doesn't go anywhere. So I have my notes on Notion and I have all of my notes. I also have where all of the slides are, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna try not to read too much, but just in case, I wanted to have everything written down, all the things I wanted to talk about. To show you what I'm seeing. So this is my screen on my iPad and this is a slide so I can see them really well, and that's the screen over there and that's where people are gonna be. My only worry is that I'm wearing sleeves and I am so freaking hot. The spotlight is like in my face and it's so hot.
So where are you from?
I'm from New Caledonia, but I live on the Gold Coast in Australia.
And what's your favourite typeface?
That's a very hard question, but I thought about it already. So it will be a script typeface, something like Fabiola by Leanne Types, but I have it a little bit different in my head, so I need to actually make it. That's it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, like you keep filming. I'm like, what do we do?
I'm waiting for you to stop.
Maybe you can cut it. Yeah.
Cut, and be like, yeah, that sounds fun. It'll be
Okay,
fine. It'll be
perfect. Thank you.
Thank you for doing that.
No problem.
And I'm excited for your talk. Like, very, very excited.
Thank you. We did it. You can tell I'm nervous.
So let me know how you feeling.
Honestly, I'm a little bit nervous, but I know that once I be on stage, I'll be like, blah, 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 blah. So come and have a look at this. It's exactly 4:30 and my talk is at 5:30. So I've got 1 hour left to be stressed and then I'll be fine.
Bring orally to the stage as an example of just what's possible if you back yourself. So, welcome to the stage, Orally Maron.
10 years ago, I was speaking at my very first conference. How can I do what I love and achieve professional fulfillment? In other words, how can I do the things that I want to do and still get paid for it? And I'd like to share those exact strategies with you. So I'd like to share the strategies that help me more than double my revenue, that allow me to work exclusively on projects I choose, and most importantly, make me excited to go to work every day. And I believe one way of finding your style is by participating in lettering challenges. I just went through my list. You can see it on the left. So this is my journal where I write all of my ideas, all of my ingredients. So it is the one thing I want you to remember from this talk. Make the work you love before you can get the work you love. Make the work you love before you can get the work you love. I hope we can stay in touch and keep this conversation going. So here's the QR code to my lettering lounge. Thank you. Good morning, guys. It's the day after ATypI. My talk was last night. I drove back from Brisbane last night. I got home quite late. I didn't stay too long to the after party. I was so exhausted. The talk went really well. For some reason, I was not nervous. Like, I was so nervous leading up to the event. And as soon as I stepped on stage, it's almost like I was so focused on my talk, I forgot to be nervous, and it went really well. I got some really good feedback from everyone there. I'm feeling so relieved. Like, I was so tired afterwards. It's almost like after the adrenaline came down, I got so tired, but I'm so happy. It was such a great experience. I was so worried that my talk would not resonate with a lot of people, because a lot of people in the audience were people who are already established professionals and they already know what they're doing. They're super famous and they all already have type foundries. They've all created like amazing typefaces, and I was like, my talk is probably not gonna be suited for them, but I did it anyway because I believe in what I was saying, that you can absolutely do what you want and still make money from it without having to just do the jobs that come your way and have to follow just your client briefs. Like you can definitely try and make money from doing just what you want to do, and that might be doing murals, that might be doing typeface design, that might be doing lettering, whatever it is. It's possible to make a living from doing what you love. So this is really what I wanted to talk about. I'm happy because it resonated with a lot of people that have asked me so many questions already, and they've been so inspired, so they want to keep going in that direction. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end this vlog here. I hope that this has kind of give you a bit of an insight of how I prepared for this conference. I'm really wanting to do more. I'm hoping to do like proposal for other conferences, but this time probably internationally. So stay tuned, and I'm also putting it out there. If you know any conference, if you know anyone who needs a speaker, I think I'm ready. I'm gonna be even more nervous if it's a bigger stage and if it's not in Australia, but I really want to share what I talked about, and I truly believe in it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. He's sleeping. It's raining outside, so bye guys.